Hello, welcome to episode number 6 of the Blame Game podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Richard, with our other co-host, Dallas. How are you doing? It's
I'm
been a
good.
while.
It has been a little bit. Hi. Hello, everyone. Howdy. Hi there.
Um, been too long.
Yeah.
So hopefully I don't screw this up, but I want to first off remind everyone of what the Blame Game podcast is. It's a roundtable discussion among friends on various topics. Each person will bring one topic or question to the table for us to talk about. This can vary from video games, pop culture, movies, TV shows, what ifs, really anything that comes to mind. In this episode, it will just be me and Dallas again. So hopefully we'll have some guests in the next episode, episode 7, and we can get some different perspectives. If you would like to be on the podcast and you enjoy it, and you want to come hang out with us, let me know either on Twitter or on the YouTube link, and maybe you can join us for a future episode. So, my topic for this week is I want to not necessarily discuss each movie, but I want to know why is it so fucking hard to make a movie adaptation from a video game? There have been some movies based on video games that have been decent or borderline good, but like 95% of them are absolute terrible. Um, And I just want to know, why do you think it's so hard for Hollywood or screenwriters to write a good movie based on a video game? Because when I say that is because video games, like some of the video games that we play and we love, have the absolute best stories. It seems like they write itself. Why can't you just follow the
And you
fucking
think to
game?
yourself as you're playing, this would be a badass movie.
Yes, I play Uncharted, and I was like, this would be an awesome movie. I feel like I'm playing a movie. Then you watch the movie of Uncharted, and you're like, what the hell is this? The reason why I brought this topic, I was thinking of it, is because I think it's later this year, maybe it's next year. Netflix is bringing
Last of
Last of
Us.
Us
A
to
lot of
TV
pressure.
and I think it's going to be absolutely terrible. I want to
Absolutely
premise
terrible
this.
based on history.
Yes,
Okay, fair.
and it's such a good story that the only thing that would make it good is if they follow the game by
They won't.
by the beat, every single beat,
They'll,
and they're
they'll
not going to.
change it to make it.
They're not going to.
They'll accommodate themselves in regards to what's easy to film and what's easy to put on screen.
Well, yes, and they got to make it maybe even more dramatic, or they're going to have to introduce some more characters, and it's
But
going to be shit.
here's where I don't understand what I just said. They're going to accommodate themselves to make it easy to put on screen. That's what, and you think that's why they're going to make changes. Why do they have
Well,
to do
but
that today? Why do they have to do that today? It's already on screen. The game is already essentially a movie to some degree, right? It's already there. Why can't you just literally what you said, recreate what exists? Why does it have to every time change? That's kind
I
of the
think
basis of it, right? They change
I
everything.
think they do change it, and I think Hollywood. My personal opinion is, I think Hollywood thinks of video game franchises as almost like they're licensing the name, and they just want to create a different story because they want to give the consumer something new that they haven't seen before. Because if you played the game and you go watch, why would you go watch movies? It's the same.
Now, do you think? Well, I guess that does make sense. What you want to draw people in with something different, something. But even then, it still sucks though. They're not successful at that. Whatever the
No,
case
no.
may be. To your point,
So before we get into too far into it, I want to name some movies that I think that are based on video games that are actually really good.
okay,
And I'm not going to say like they're not in order. Like this is the best or
sure,
worst,
sure, sure, fine,
but these are just good. The recent Sonic movies have been good.
yeah.
Uh,
I've heard the new one's out. The Sonic 2.
yeah, it came out in April. It's good. It's
I
not as
haven't,
good as the
I
first
haven't
one.
seen that one. The first one was good.
Um, and then I want the Detective Pikachu, which is not it's just a video game character, but with Ryan Reynolds, it was good.
You know why? Ryan Reynolds.
Well, whatever. Warcraft, very good adaptation. stuck straight to the story, didn't change it hardly anything. Good movie. Um, the which I mentioned to you, yeah, the not Resident Evil, Tomb Raider, that came out a few years ago. I think it was 2018.
2018. Yeah.
Amazing movie. It was good. I watched it like when it was on streaming, and I was like, "This is actually a really good movie." So that's four so far. I think if we go all the way back to the first Resident Evil movie, I thought the first one was good, and
How many of those have there been?
then I think there's seven, eight, because they just did a Resident Evil Raccoon City, which was terrible. But I think the first one was good. The rest of them, I watched every single one because I love Resident Evil, but they were not good.
You love Kate Beckinsale. Oh,
She's not
that's
in Resident Evil.
Underworld.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
thinking
problem.
Mia. That's Mia Jovovich.
Yep.
I'm mixing
And
my act.
honestly, after that, I think that's it. Um, then you have some ones that are terrible, like um, un- I was not a fan of Uncharted this year. Um, then you have uh, obviously Assassin's Creed. Do you remember that movie? Holy mackerel!
I didn't see it. I didn't hear anything good about
And
it. I
that's
wasn't
with Michael
interested to see
Fassbender.
it. Yeah, he's yeah.
Absolute trash movie. Don't watch it. Hitman,
That looked good.
terrible. Yeah, but it was terrible. Um, Need for Speed. What the hell? Not good. I'm going down the list. Prince of Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal. Jesus, I wanted to stab myself in the eye. You had Ratchet and Clank a few years ago. Terrible. Um, then you go if you want to go way back. You have some Silent Hill was Doom. Do you remember Doom with Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
I remember it being out. I don't think I saw it. I don't think I was interested. I didn't like the game. I hated the game.
Well, it was terrible. Had nothing to do with the game, to be honest with you. Um, and
What about Mortal
I'm a
Kombat.
little iffy because I like the. Oh, have you seen the recent Mortal Kombat?
No.
It's actually I should have put that on the list. That one is actually decent.
I've seen the Mortal. Maybe that is the one I saw. Because I was gonna say there's one that's not too bad.
But the reason why I say that is just there's way more terrible ones, and I don't know if that's just in the correlation of there's more shitty movies than good movies. But it just seems like it's
You didn't
just
even
so
mention Super
hard.
Mario Brothers.
Oh, you talking about like the '90s?
Wasn't it 80s or was it 90s when with Bob
Uh,
with what's his name?
93, 93.
Oh, damn. Yeah,
That reminds me of Double
He-Man
Dragon
and the
too.
Mask. Oh, that was
Remember with
a cartoon.
Marlon Wayans?
Never mind.
Marlon Wayans with Double Dragon,
Yes. Oh my
or
gosh.
or God, what's his name? John Claude Van Damme with Street Fighter. Terrible movie. Um, so I don't know. I don't know really what I want to get out of this topic, but it just seems
Sounds like you
like
want to
why is
vent.
that so hard?
Yeah, sounds like you
Why?
just want to share your frustration and ask everybody else why. Because I think you're. Here's the thing. You're asking a question that a lot of people want the answer to, and I think you know if someone
But
figures
these
it out.
some of these movies, especially if you go from 2005, 15 to now, um, these are big budget movies. I mean, they're spending over 100 million,
Tomb
150
Raiders were
million
really
dollars to
big
make this movie.
movies. The Angelina Jolie movies were really big movies. Um,
They weren't good though.
no, no, I'm just saying there's
Well,
lots
if you want to
of
say
money that
the
goes into
okay,
these movies.
well, if you want to say the biggest movies, movie that's made the most money from a video game adaptation is Warcraft.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Warcraft made 439 million.
That's a huge
Uh,
following.
yeah, Detective Pikachu's number two, and then Rampage is number three. But I don't know if the people really thought about the video game
I
Rampage. They thought of Dwayne Johnson fighting a
but
big
I
gorilla.
did because I remember that was one of my favorite video games as a kid. But that movie really has nothing to do with the game. I mean,
It does not.
but it's definitely from the game. Um, yeah, the answer is I don't know. Nobody knows.
It just seems like so easy. And it's just so. Let me see the Rotten Tomatoes like list of like of of the worst video game rated movie of all time is based on a video game is Mortal Kombat Annihilation. It's at 2%.
What about what if The Last of Us is good? Okay, let's just say, for argument's sake, that it ends up being really good. Like you're like, oh my gosh, they did it. Is that like a relief? And you think whoever does that, whatever they figured out, that we're gonna get more of that, or do you think it'll just be an anomaly?
I think it would be. I mean, honestly, I don't know how. I think
How they're gonna mess it up, or how they're gonna do
I
it well?
don't know how you can mess it up unless you just go way out and you just change the story. Um, I don't know. I just don't see how you can mess up, especially if you do a TV show because you get more time. 'Cause, you'll get like 10 hours. Like I think if it was a movie, it would be a terrible movie because there's no way you can tell that story in 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So since they have a lot of time, they can basically they don't even have to tell the story in season one. I mean, they can do the introductions and do basically not even half the game in the 10 hours.
So let me ask this, not specifically games that turned into movies, because as we've pointed out, kind of the subject is there's been no success with that. There's been a few that are decent, but nothing that's just been like wow, like Avatar. Maybe that was a game first, and then the movie was like phenomenal. Nothing like that exists when it comes to video games becoming movies. Correct? We agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
So what about just video game theme movies? And I'll go all the way back to Tron. Obviously you have today's stuff
Oh,
like Wreck It Ralph. You got Free Guy. You have
I think those are better.
what's the real? What's that one where they all lived in the virtual world? They didn't live there, but they were there all the time.
I like
Steven
Tron.
Spielberg one, where damn it, where they're going around and trying to they're in a race to find this stuff. Real Player One. Did you see that?
Real Player One. Um, I did, and I was not a fan.
I loved Real Player One.
I
And
wasn't a fan
what
of
about
Real Player
Free
One.
Guy?
I love Free Guy.
Free Guy's so great. Tron, the
I like
concept
Tron.
of Tron is fucking
I
the
think
'80s
no.
one.
So I
The new
think
movie's better, to be
I
honest.
think these. I think video game. I would put all of those movies that you just named into a category of video game culture,
Yeah,
and I think those do are can be really good because it's the culture that people that play video games are in.
true.
It's like if you really love um I don't know period pieces, you probably love Downton Abbey. You know what I mean. Um, so I think there's a no brainer as long as they are done well and they don't have any expectation. And I think that's what the video game adaptations do wrong is because you are basing on the
Got a
most
big
popular
fan
video
base
games and
already.
the
Yeah,
expectation and then what they expect from the video game is already high. And if those deliver, then you make a movie and it falls, and it's just like if you make a new, I don't know,
yeah. I think
Uncharted
that
5 and
almost
Uncharted
goes
5 is
without
terrible.
saying. I mean, the expectation is the number one thing for sure. It's the fans of the video game are expecting a lot, and it hasn't been delivered. Not once, in at least in a fashion
I
that
would like to do a little bit of a sidebar
ultra
if
successful. Indulge you?
if you indulge me in this little journey that
Sure.
just came into my
Let's
mind that I want to
let's
go.
go.
Because in exactly 19 days from the day of us recording this, on August 21st, the um, Game of Thrones spinoff is going to be
The
starting.
dragon one?
House of Dragon.
Okay.
And my question is, how? Well, one, are you excited about it?
Yes.
And two, how do you think it's going to? How do you think it's going to be perceived can it repair the absolute trash reputation that Game of Thrones has right now?
As a whole, maybe, yeah. I mean, it has to be really good, but I don't think they're gonna fix what they killed. They really messed that show up. They can't fix it. It's already done. I think that if this one does well, it'll help. But I think, and I don't know if I think you're the one who told me about this. Um, and I think read something about it later as well. That Jon Snow show, right? There's going to be another
There's going to be another
spinoff,
spinoff. Yes.
right, with Jon
Yep.
Snow. I think that one because it's post
Directly
that
related.
story, if it's successful and they do it well, then I think you get the hey, we're back. But right now, it's like there's a lot of work to be done.
I am so excited about this.
I am too.
Um, I cannot wait to this because out of all the Game of Thrones, even the obviously when Game of Thrones started, even the storyline of um the show, I was always really interested in the Targaryens and their history, especially when they take over Westeros. Uh,
So incest
was
interests you.
not the necessarily well, yeah, I guess it piqued something inside me I didn't know it existed. It lit a fire. No, I'm just no. It was more of it just made me curious. Of I was like, well, they can't really make that into a TV show because it's going to be like not very dramatic when you have a guy flying on a dragon, just killing everyone, and everyone's just giving in because they can't even do anything. Um, and how they're making it a show. So, but they're making it. I think it's supposed to be post him conquering. He's already the king. Like he's already conquered
It's
Westeros.
always with that show. Like the title, the initial title, Game of Thrones. It's going to be the politics. It's going to be the drama behind everything.
Yeah. So
To your
I
point,
think
he's
that's where it's gonna be
already
good because
there's nobody's
there's
gonna
going
beat
to
him with the dragon. The dragon beat the shit out of
yeah.
everybody.
I don't think that's why I said I think this is gonna be good because I don't think it's gonna be House of Dragon, but I think the Targaryens is almost like a backdrop. I think it's going to be the other houses that just got
How they're
power, the old
coming up.
houses that cave, yeah, houses that come up, houses that have bend the knee and gave in, and how they treat the new rich people, and then the people that got conquered of still wanting power. So I think it's going to be little inside battles, not necessarily with the king, because obviously he's going to be like all powerful, I guess, or all whatever.
Yeah, I'm very
But
much looking forward to it. They're gonna release one episode a week, just like Game of
yeah, yeah,
Thrones.
yeah, every Sunday.
That's the only thing I don't like.
Um,
It used to have like
so
you look forward to getting ready for it's Game of Thrones night. It's Game of Thrones night, and you make no plans or whatever, so you're home. That
it's surprising. It reminds me of like why, like Game of Thrones, why it they haven't made like a really popular game adaptation from Game of Thrones. I don't know if you ever played Telltale's Game of Thrones.
mm-mm.
That's the one with a story base, kind of like The Walking Dead. And it was really good. I really liked it. It did the same storyline as the TV show, but you were just a different character, a different house. Um, and it was really good. But they never really made it something like really popular. Like I would think like Game of Thrones would be a perfect setting for like a game like Skyrim.
Well, yeah. Did you ever play the Lord of the Rings games?
Um, well, there's been a lot of Lord of the Rings games, but if you're
I
talking
mean,
about
okay, I have to go back to like PS2 probably, and
mm,
like it was just so good for back then.
oh yeah, I
You're
used to play
fighting
them.
the cave trolls, and you're just following the movie along, and it was great. It's kind of like the opposite of what you started with. So I wanted to
I thought you
ask
were
you
talking
that
about
too.
the Middle Earth games.
No, no, no. Those are the newer ones. Those are the like
First one
multiplayer.
amazing. Second one was absolute trash.
That's the
Fun.
middle player. I got some
It was
mods.
the fun one, but then they made it so microtransaction. It was terrible.
Yeah, that's the problem with all those microtransaction games. They rob you to make the game good. But to flip your question, the literal opposite of what you asked. A few examples, if you will come on this journey with me, which is the reverse journey of you. Some video
You
games.
want you want me in reverse?
Oh, girl. Um, some games that were based on movies. So they were a movie that became a game. We were just talking. What did we just talk about?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Great games. But give me some examples of those that were just really good. Or do you
Oh
think
boy,
they have done that, right? I mean, Lord of the Rings games are good.
yeah. I mean, I would have to go like to the early like '90s because when I like, especially when I was younger, there might not be very good now, but I think the that Lion King game was good. The Aladdin game was good for
Really?
from when it was. I loved it when I was growing up. I played it all the time.
I don't think was that Xbox or what was that on?
No, this is like Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I missed that whole era of games.
Yeah, I'll say that was way before that. I think the easiest answer by far, and I don't even think it's questionable,
Star Wars.
has to be GoldenEye.
Um, mm, I,
GoldenEye was
that's
amazing.
a
That was really,
very popular game. Okay,
it was so fun.
but even today, you're gonna say that's the answer
Um,
when you have all those
no,
Star Wars games, especially like
no, I wouldn't necessarily say the Star Wars games. I think if you're gonna tell me the best, like most impressive games, is gonna be easily any of the superhero ones. So you have Spider Man, PS4 Spider Man. You
well, the
have
Spider-Man games are phenomenal, but they're not specifically based off the movie. I guess
True,
most of the
yeah.
games aren't. To some, like Lord of the Rings definitely
Okay,
is.
okay, fine. The one that it was 2021, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, I haven't. I really wanted to play that. Damn it, I never
It's
got it.
so good. It's so good, man. They have a lot
Did
of
you
'90s
finish it?
music. It's perfect. I did.
And
It
it's
was really
yeah, I
good.
really wanted to play
It's
that.
really good.
So yeah,
Very.
Hollywood sucks.
Because I can't think of any movie outside of the Lego games that are strictly on the movie, like
Those
the
are great.
games that are
Those are
based on
great
movies.
games.
Yeah,
Um,
those are the only games I can think of that's strictly
well, the Lord of the
scene by
Rings
scene.
game that I played was literally you're following the story. Like you're starting. It's the Fellowship of the Ring. I think was the game,
Yep.
and I don't. You're not in the Shire. I don't think you started there, but basically, the last part I remember is I couldn't get past the effing cave troll. Couldn't do it. Just couldn't get past the cave troll. Um, my woes started way back then, Richard. It's not just today. Um, but anyway, I really loved that game. It was a really good quality game. Um, yeah, but you're right. The Spider
What
Man's
is? Let me see. Um, let me. Uh, I want to do one last thing before we go,
sure.
and I'm going to get back on topic.
Okay,
I'm going to spitfire some movies that are going to be coming out in the next year and a half based on video games, and you tell me if they will be good. Obviously,
we're
this
gonna
is
say no to
one
all of
that you're
them.
not even going to see trailers for. I don't know about this. You ready? I'm
Yeah, sure.
spitfire. You have a Borderlands movie coming out.
Who's in it? Can I ask that question? You said Spitfire. But I
Oh
don't know the name.
Jesus! Oh Jesus!
That matters.
Um, Kate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes.
Okay, so these next ones they don't have a cast yet.
Okay.
Just okay. Is this franchise going to turn into? Could this franchise be a good movie? Five Nights at Freddy's.
No.
It's going to be a horror movie.
No.
They're going to make Ghost of Tsushima into a movie.
Um.
I don't think so. Can't believe
Yeah.
it's not going to live up to the game.
Be a very
It's not going to live up to the game.
small audience there.
What? That game is amazing. Um, they're making a just. I don't even know how this is possible. You know, this is going to be a really really shitty movie. They're making a Just Dance movie.
What? How does that work?
Now you know they're just using the name. It's
Yeah.
probably gonna be
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
two like a guy and a girl that go to
Just
clubs and they
dance.
just want to just dance. Watch, I bet it's gonna be terrible. They are making a Minecraft movie.
I just saw that. Um. I'm gonna have to also say no.
They're making a Metal Gear Solid movie.
Maybe if you had a Metal Gear franchise that was good with a good guy playing,
Sony is doing it.
that could
Uh,
be good.
they are making an animated movie. It Takes Two, which is strange. I don't
Interesting.
know if Portal. They're making a Portal movie too. In the works. I don't know how you make
I
that
don't
a
know
Portal.
about that.
Rabbids. The it's gonna be animated. I think that's gonna be actually. I don't know if it's gonna be a good movie, but I think it's gonna be really popular because it can be a whole another thing of like Minions. Um, so they're gonna have Sonic 3, which I obviously can. They're gonna make a
Yeah,
sequel to
you
the
gotta.
Tomb Raider from 2018. And they're making a Duke Nukem. Oh, jeez.
Christ, no, there's no way.
They
What
need
about
to just let
this? It
things stop.
says status unknown, but well, so does Five Nights at Freddy's. But this is Dragon's Lair.
I don't know. The old things need to just sit there and
But
die.
Stranger Things kind of brought that back too. I was just watching season 2 again, and that was one of the big
Oh,
games they.
so can I? Never mind. We needed to talk after we did this because I just learned something. I saw a TikTok
Uh huh.
and about Stranger Things. Oh,
Okay. Yes.
I'm gonna leave that teaser out there. So if people want to know what teaser I'm talking about, let me know because I will tell you. But I'll tell Dallas afterwards because I don't want to leave it as spoilers. Um, all right. Well, with that, we're going to wrap up the discussion for today. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you'd like to join us at the table for a future episode, reach out to me. Blame Argo on Twitter, or if you're watching on YouTube, just leave a comment and let us know. Or join the Discord. The Discord link will be in the description, or if you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be in the description of the YouTube channel. And do you have any other parting words?
Thank you for putting up with us yet again. Um,
Sorry that it's been a while. I know we took like a month break.
yes, our
We'll try to
apologies.
do
We'll try to
episodes
get back into
more
some regularity for sure.
things. The last thing I would like to say is I am, which I was going to ask for your opinion, but I'm 95% sure. And I know Kato's not listened to at this point. She probably won't listen to us talk for an hour, but I don't want to say she's right, but I'm 95% there of just streaming on YouTube and not Twitch. So come check out me out over on
Ooh,
YouTube. It's
I don't think Rachel's
youtube.com
going to be a
slash
fan of
Blame
that.
Margo. Sorry, what?
Our friend Rachel's not going to be a fan of that.
I love Rachel. Hey, she is a member of, like, she joined you as a Megalodon member on my YouTube page, so apparently she will be okay with it.
Well, we shall see.
But
But
if come anywhere on any socials, it's Blame Margo. Dallas is sometimes he's Dallas, sometimes he's Dally Cali, depending on where you go.
I'm just there.
He's around. He'll be around somewhere. But Blame Margo on all the socials. That's even Twitch and YouTube. And with that, we will bid you adieu. And until next time, have a wonderful week. Be kind, be safe, and come join us at the table. See you later. Bye bye.
Peace.